Nonfiction and documentary writers. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I've never seen this before, and I'm being pulled in like two or three different directions, and I'm not sure what to tell you. So first off, what I want to start with is I need you to remember the words blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy throughout this entire video. It just sort of feels like stale energy. It feels like ultimately blocked energy. It feels like there is no messages being passed through. It feels like it's not boredom. It just almost feels like a complete stop. To get into the cards, I'm going to start with the one card that is upright. So the Queen of Pentacles is a very slow queen. She's very caring. She likes to take care of her constituents. She has very much so comfort in her material world, comfort in her surroundings. She is very rich, obviously. She knows about her health, her body, and her money. With that being said, let's get into the rest of the cards, which are all reversed. The Page of Swords says that there's a blockage or you're not paying attention to messages of the thoughts and communication, possibly not talking or communicating about this project anymore. Maybe you've actually told people about it, but it's not being reciprocated. You do seem to be coming out of a money situation. It seems to be you are healing. This is the Five of Pentacles. So there is a sort of healing aspect to whatever's just happened, whatever's been going on with your project. Possibly you've spent a lot of money to get this started, and now there's just no money to keep it going. We have the Judgment card, which is in reverse, and the Judgment card I like to think of as the second chance card. When you look at it not reversed, it's this angel calling forth these these dead bodies, to a new life. With it being reversed, it just sort of feels like you're not accepting the lesson that you've learned, and so you're not able to move on to the next space or the next version of whatever this project is and what it's supposed to be. Because of all the money issues that you've been having, there is no plan. There is no plan to go forward and take advantage of anything. There's no one to talk to. There's almost like no direction to go with this project. With the Six of Wands in reverse, there's no recognition. Nobody's recognizing for the work that you've done. Nobody's recognizing for the work that is about to happen. It like, are you singled out? It just kind of, this could be you giving yourself your own energy just to kind of feel like you know that you have done what you need to do and really embracing this queen. You also have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the pages are very inexperienced in their element. And this page, again, is about pentacles, which is our health, our body, and our money. So there are messages that you're getting, or you are blocking, or you are delaying about money, your health, and your material items that you can touch. There maybe is no messages being passed back and forth regarding this, and maybe there is just no money to pass back and forth, no one to pay to do the scoring, no one to pay to write the next script, no one to pay to edit this, something like that. But so, like there's blockage. It's stopped. Here you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles is about an exchange of energy. But there seems to be no exchange of energy. So if you look at it this way, this guy, this rich person, is giving away money to these poor people without any resentment. He knows he has the money. He knows he can provide it. He knows he's not going to be paid back. But with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it's like there's no energies to be traded. No one's offering you any help. You're not offering anybody else any help. It just, again, it just kind of feels eh. You have the Fool in reverse. The Fool is a very naive card, usually someone who is very willing to go on a new adventure, a new story, a new path. With it being reversed, it makes me feel like you might want to be a little bit more cautious with your next path, with your next cycle, especially since you have the Judgment card here. With the Judgment card reversed, it just feels like you are reaching nearing the end of a cycle. And when you do go into your next cycle, instead of going willy-nilly like the Fool is, you need to go and have more of a plan, go in expecting more from people and not just going in and just doing it. The card on the bottom of the deck, you have the Death card in reverse. Now, death does not mean actual death. Death means change. What something needs to die in order for something to grow. Because this is reverse, two things could be this. The first one is that you don't need to do anything right now. There's nothing to do right now. You are on your correct path. There's nobody to talk to, nobody to reach out to. Probably you might need to just take a step away from this project, not do anything and let it sit for a minute, let it breathe, let it try to find its own way, kind of a thing. I still want you to support it because you've got the Queen of Pentacles here. I don't know that you need to make it your number one priority right now. The other option of what the death card reversed could mean is that maybe you need to change something within yourself. It could be internal energy, maybe something within yourself, maybe this route that you took previously in order to get to where you're at now is probably something that has gotten you into a stuck space. And what you need to change something within you, learn something, take a class, build more resources within the nonfiction community, something of that nature, and then go into the next step with a new sense of direction. Numbers that you might want to pay attention to are 1, 5, 3, 20, 7, 6, 1, 6, 0, and 13. If you add all those up, you get 62. 6 plus 2 equals 8. 8 in the major arcana is the strength card. So what I would really highly do, because all these are reversed, I would really start paying attention to your inner desires that you are kind of ashamed to talk about, possibly our shadow selves. You probably want to get to know that part of yourself a little bit better, so that when you do go on this new path, you can know a little bit more about what you want with the project and what you want to get out of the project, and probably also what you want to get with people within the next cycle of the project. You probably also, maybe with your strengths, need to recognize what your strengths are and let other people do what they do best. If you are not a good editor, let someone else edit. If you are not a good writer, let someone else write. If you are a really good producer and you can bring people together and you can make things happen, do that, focus on that, but don't do anything else. You might be taking on a little bit too much, which is probably why there's no movement going forward, because you're probably a little bit overwhelmed. Elementally wise, we have earth, air, fire, and water. Now, traditionally, I would tell you to go look at water, because water is your weakest element. Water is our emotions and cups. Look up this astrological signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Another aspect I want you to take a look at, though, is your earth element. You have a lot of earth in here. Earth is your strongest element. The reason why I'm telling you to pay attention to Earth is because you did get 3 major arcana cards. The Fool is air, Judgment is fire, and Death is water. You have no Earth there. So there feels like it's like the ground has been pulled out from underneath you. And that's kind of probably why you're a little floundering and you're not quite sure where to take your project next. In order to pay attention to Earth, look up Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Those are the astrological earth elements, and they should be able to provide you a few answers as to what to pay attention to going forward with the next cycle. The colors I would pay attention to are mustard yellow and like a light bright blue, and I'm going to show you this. This is the mustard yellow that I got. See that this light blue here? That's a little bit brighter. It's not the same blue. So really pay attention to more of this blue in the blue mountains there. You just might, it's not the same color blue. It's different. It's a little bit darker, but it's not royal blue. So I don't know how else to explain that. I do pull 3 extra cards for you. You do have cookies. I think you might need to just enjoy a cookie. I think that you have earned enough of one. Probably you need to just enjoy something. With all this energy that's being blocked, it just feels like you probably just need to enjoy something small, enjoy a moment. Just be with the cookie for a second and just sit. You have treasure in reverse. Again, it seems like there's nothing happening with this. There's just no energy. There's no treasure. There's no material items being passing around. There's no material messages being passed around. So it almost just feels, stuck. It feels stale. There is a possibility with this treasure being in reverse. Maybe you need to look within yourself and discover what the treasure is on the inside with this project. Lastly, we have, if your protagonist had to explain their main obstacle to a 5-year-old, how would they explain it? How would they describe their internal and external conflicts? So hi, I'm Chris, and I am a tarot reader who helps screenwriters and authors complete 3 to 8 projects in less than a year. I believe that when writers use the images of tarot cards, they can get more immersed into their story so that by the time the story reaches the reader's hands, the readers just won't be able to stop turning pages because the world is so rich. If you would like to take this a step further and discover how tarot cards can help move your writing career forward, I'm going to give you 2 options. I also kind of hope that by doing these 2 options that you'll discover why all these are reversed and see what you can do in order to get some movement going, get some energies flowing again. Your first option is to go to the link in my profile and look at the button that is labeled the free 15-minute exercise. Within that exercise, I'm going to guide you to how to write a story, a beginning, a middle, and end using tarot cards and your intuition. Option number 2 is I would actually like you to join the Flow Your Mojo writing community. It's on my website, and there's a community there of writers who are using tarot cards to get more in tune with who they are as writers, who they are as a creative voice, and moving their writing career forward. Within that community, I actually offer 2 writing prompts a week. The first writing prompt is to help you understand what energies are around you during the week to pay attention to for when things might be distracting you from your project, blocking you, or how you're feeling. The second prompt that I offer, we're actually going through the Save the Cat beat sheet right now. For those of you who don't know, Save the Cat is a writing structure very similar to the hero's journey, but it's very different. What I've done is I've taken the beat sheet from the Save the Cat and created my own tarot spread. So every single week, I am providing a writing prompt via that tarot spread. And so by the time that the tarot spread is complete, a new complete story will be written, whether that is a brand new project, whether that is a project that's been in your I'll get to one day folder, or even if it's just a project, something to get you creatively going to get out of this block and moving on to the next subject or the next project, maybe even the next version of this project. I do hope that you would take me up on some of these offers because all I want to do is help, and I want to help you get your writing career back on track and help you be more creative and get to know yourself a little bit more. That's really all I want to do, and I just want to help you. If you've made it this far in the video, I'd like to thank you for your time. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share. And I know that this is kind of rough, but I think you'll get through it. You've got this Queen of Pentacles. You're going to be fine. It's just going to take you a little longer to get there. And I will see you in the next one.